Rejai, Rejai, the 3-week mark. I've now been fasting water only for 3 weeks. And in this 3 weeks, I have some results to share with you. But before I do, I just want to stress that this is not about the weight loss. This is not spiritual. This is about one thing and one thing only. Everything else is just an offshoot. It's one thing. It's the brain, it's the mind, and how our mind works. And specifically, I'm talking about effortless willpower and self-control. Let's face it, this is a massive problem in the world today, and it's a problem it has been a massive problem in my life and something that I want to overcome, and I'd like you to help me. I'd like to work together. Effortless willpower and self-control. But what's going to help it make a lot more sense for the ordinary person, I think, is this: temptation. Once you set a diet, once you do, just the temptation to stay in bed in the morning, temptation. This is what we're talking about, and this is what I'm dealing with. A lot of suffering that people go through. Now remember, I set a goal 30 years ago where I wanted to alleviate the unnecessary suffering that human beings go through. And temptation is responsible for a whole mass of unnecessary suffering. And that's what I'm dealing with on this diet. Please don't get the fast. Please don't get the fast wrong. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of results now, things that I've written down, because normally I don't work from notes, I just spew it out. But I'm going to grab my notes because it's got some facts and figures in there. Before I do, I just want to make sure you know. Rejai. It means happiness through reality and reason, basically. And when it's used as a greeting, it means I wish you happiness. So when you hear me say Rejai, I'm wishing you happiness. That's it, that's a greeting. So let me get my notes and start hitting you with the facts, and I'll try and keep this short. So it's 21 days now, it's 3 weeks. I started the fast, it's Monday morning, and I started it midnight of Monday morning 3 weeks ago. So it's 48 pounds lost in weight, which is pretty dramatic. 110 kilograms. For the English, 3 stone 6. That's almost 3.5 stone. 1 pound shy of 3.5 stone. 3.5 stone in 3 weeks. I don't know. This might be the kind of result you'd like to get from weight loss. It's certainly one I appreciate. You know, if you want to lose weight, generally you want to lose it yesterday. But you don't want it to be harmful. I'm going to tell you now, this is the fastest way to lose weight. If you wanted to lose weight, why would you do anything else? There are reasons. There are many reasons why you shouldn't fast. And if you have one of those reasons, you shouldn't do it. And lack of willpower is probably the best one. Self-delusion is another one. There's lots of reasons why people shouldn't fast. But if there are any health issues, don't fast. And if you can lock on to any of those babies, you've got a built-in excuse. My doctor said don't do it because he hasn't bloody researched it or anything, and it's just going by his feelings. Doctor or not doctor, if he hasn't done any research and he has no data, it's just a friggin' opinion. And it makes no difference. It's just because a lot of people don't understand the difference between opinion and informed information or informed data based on reality and facts. It's just an opinion. And most of the reasons why people don't fast are just opinions. Opinions of well-meaning but misinformed and poorly researched individuals. Anyway, here's some more of the results. First of all, hair. None of my hair is growing back. Skin, fantastic. It's not perfect at the moment. It started off, what happened was I did a 28-day fast recently, and my skin cleared up completely. It was beautiful, just the way I liked it. And then, bosh, as soon as I finished the 28-day fast, it came back. This time, same thing happened. My skin started to clear up immediately, but now it's not perfect now. There's blemishes and stuff. I seem to have some kind of psoriasis or eczema. I don't know what it is. On my armpit, it was severe, really inflamed. Cleared up completely gone. It's there's only a mark of where it used to be. Also on skin, and one thing I particularly like is that my skin felt quite scaly to touch. It was almost like goose pimples, but crusty, and and it's like in the shower, and after the shower with the towel, I'd always try and use it like almost sandpaper to smooth it out. Well, since I've started this fast, after week 1, it's just gone completely silky smooth again, which I gotta tell you, I like. It's one of the side effects of fasting that I am actually appreciating. Energy level, whew, through the roof. Masses of energy. I don't know, all kinds of events and things coming up. A lot of our bands. I work for a charity that does music, and all our kids were, or not all the kids, we had kids playing, setting up tents in the morning and great big marquees and things like this. Nobody could tell that I was fasting. Everyone just thought, I was losing weight, but no lack of energy in any way, shape or form. In fact, I wake up every morning vibrant and filled with energy and desperate to get on with the day. Not desperate, that's the wrong word. Excited to get on with the day. Breath and mouth. My breath is fine. The first few days was a bit dodgy, but since then my breath has been absolutely fine. My mouth always feels furry and dries out very quickly, as you can probably see from some of my videos. I'm constantly licking my lips, so my mouth dries out very quickly when I'm talking. Also, my tongue always feels furry. It always feels kind of furry inside my mouth, but the breath is fine. Libido. Now this surprises me, because normally when I just do a short fast, my libido just goes out the window. By day 3, it's like my interest in the opposite sex and sex in general drops quite a lot. But this time it's still high. I'm 3 weeks into it and it's still as high as it is when I'm not fasting. Inflammation, arthritis. My knees are feeling great. Now I'm sure a lot of this is because when I'll be carrying an extra, 50 pounds around on my back, the equivalent. I'm putting all the strain on my knees. So it's like taking off a 50-pound rucksack and throwing it away. So now my knees feel a whole lot better. It doesn't seem to be so inflamed, but it's not gone. I mean, I still have a lot of pain in my knee compared with an average person who has no pain at all. My finger. I'm a guitarist and I have this locky finger which started a few months ago. It's still painful, but nothing like before. Before I started the 28-day fast in Easter, my knuckle was starting to swell, and just touching the finger would hurt. I would have trouble sleeping at night because of the pain in my finger. All that pain's gone. The only time I feel any pain now is like now it's locked. There you go. Just that moment when it flicks out of the locked position, I feel some pain, but it's much more relieved. What other inflammations? That's it. Mainly my knees and the finger. That's the only place I really feel. I was getting twinges and stuff before around my body in certain joints, like maybe a toe or something like that. But all that's gone. I don't have any of that. Fingernails. My fingernails are getting. I've always had really soft fingernails. Well, now they're getting harder, which I like. I like a bit more hardness in my fingernail. Another side effect I appreciate: headaches. I haven't had any. I think day 2 felt like I was getting a mild headache, but God, I woke up in the morning and I thought, have I got a headache? I'm not sure. I'll have to see how it goes. And I turned out I didn't. But I thought, apart from that, no headaches, nothing like that. Hunger, I can't say 0, but very close to 0. I've had about 5 instances where I actually thought of breaking the fast, where I thought, maybe I'll have something to eat. But really, in 21 days, I barely thought about eating food at all. I've thought about food. I've smelt food. I've turned from visualizing myself eating food to smelling it and loving it. All kinds of. I've talked about food. I've been surrounded by food. I went shopping on Sunday in the supermarket, and I'm walking around the food and stuff. I have no desire to scoff, to feed my face for pleasure. Now I'm going to wind this up. We're already getting a bit long, so I want to finish this up just to remind people that this is about temptation. If you suffer in your life in any way, shape or form by temptation, and you're unable to control the way you feel about things, so it seems like the feelings, which can be negative, overwhelm you. That's what this experiment is about. Now, I've been doing this for 30 years. The first ever fast I did was it was over 30 years ago. And that was a point in my life changed. And my life changed. My goal became I wanted to do something. I wanted to be instrumental in trying to change the world. And it's reflected in everything I do, from the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I go to bed at night. But one of the things I really want to do something about, and I really think we can do something about. Now, I'm not alone. There are millions, well, certainly a lot of people, thousands of people out there who would like to eliminate unnecessary human suffering. And most of it is around the way we feel. It's around negative feelings and negative emotions and negative approach to life. This negativity doesn't exist anywhere in the universe except for in your head, the one I'm talking about. And inside your head, when that negativity gets in there, or that negativity is created in your head, it feels like hell. And that's what I'm talking about. If you're creating the negativity, and you can uncreate it or not create it, that's what I'm doing. This fast is about temptation. Because creation of temptation is in here. It's created by you, for you. And it's supposed to make your life better. But most of us know that once you add reason and good data to it, some of the temptation we feel is actually counterproductive to a full, rich, healthy life. So I say, Rejai, if you want to see the weight loss come on, two things. It's a long one today because it's the 3-week mark. But check out my earlier videos, see the shape of my face, you can see the weight loss. If you have any doubt, what I've done is I've taken photos every day, except for one which I missed, of the weighing scales I use. Sure, it's easy to cheat on the weight thing, but I've recorded my body mass index, I've recorded my body fat ratio, I've recorded bone weight, all this is done on my weighing scales, and you can't cheat those things. Now, the most important thing, no, that's it, I'm going to wind it up. Please be inspired and understand that I really mean this, and this is one of the ways we can make the world a better place. Rejai. If you find someone who won't do it, treat that person with suspicion. Rejai, they deserve it.